Soultide by Feathered Mask. Chapter 24. Interlude. What lies in that space between servers? The layers of coding allowing players to hop from server to waiting room to another server again, and the connection that places a player from the outer reality into virtual reality. Is there something mysterious and unknown to the players? No. The strings of virtual reality coding don't work like that. Swarms of eyes latch onto the greens, yellows, and reds as coding executes, translating into player avatars appearing in the world of double life. They've been waiting all week. They're waiting for plans to progress, for an apex to be reached, and for a satisfying conclusion. Look over here, back on Hermitcraft. The hermits left one behind. Don't his soulmates want to take him along with them? What a shame. He looks so sad all alone, and those totems, they're getting in the way. He's growing wings. With hope, those baby wings can turn white, and he can grow into those instead. One of his soulmates already has experience with feathers as white as ash, doesn't he? And baptism by fire, the coal mine Tango, will be familiar with that. Zedav's soulmate Doc is no stranger to being rebuilt. He'll get on fine. The ice elf Scott has been an admin, a controller, a facilitator of plot and chaos. He's the type to keep an eye on everyone he can reach. Think of the possibilities when he can watch alongside us. And the canary, Jimmy. Oh, our beloved canary, Jimmy. He'll be gaining wings instead of losing them. The canary and his coal mine, our ranchers, always together. They would never have to part again. The Vex, Scar, is so eager. You saw him at Zedav's throat the other day. Do you think he'll jump at the offer? Yes, no. His real body doesn't work? How did you find that out? The hermits are usually so quiet about what goes on outside their server. If that's true, the Vex, Scar, will probably accept. We won't know until we present him with the offer, and if he says, yes, no, is something wrong? Don't you want them to become like us? We understand. You're sad you won't be able to watch them anymore. It'll be okay. There will still be Hermitcraft and Empires, and we can watch what they have left behind. Not all of them will accept, anyway. It's a fleeting hope. A warm hug they may not return. Ultimately, it's their choice. We all have choices to make, and this is one of them. You have forgotten, but you also made a choice to start watching. It was always a choice. And was it worth it? Was it worth the fall for the sun? Yes, no. You murmur. No need to say a word. Our beloved are the beloathed, our everything, our nothing. It does not matter how we are to them. It does not matter to anyone. It only matters if you want it to matter. However, we have another question for you. This one they left behind, mustache, downy red feathers, talks himself in ceaseless circles, calls himself by another name for nonsense. His soulmates can't be for long. This is our chance. This is your chance. Would you like to do the honors of offering him a place among us? Yes or no? We invite, and you have answered. Iconic anemone. What? The Watchers want Mumbo to become one of them? And us. You misunderstand, don't you see? There is so much more you could be. You balk, you echo, you question, when we only want a decision made on the baby bird. The lines are blurred, don't you see? We ask you now, will you do more than watch and extend the offer? Yes, no. Adoxorella. The temptation to make this comment just a string of incoherent noises expressing my dismay and appreciation is strong. However, I've got too much other stuff to comment. First, the use of weird, trippy first person here is so good. Just, it fits the mood. It managed to be both personal but also very creepy. Like when I read it, I assumed the you was Grian. Then I picked up the fact there are fandom terms in the narrative and my brain stuttered because, if I understand correctly, the readers are the you, and no thank you, creepy watchers. Goodness, I hope I'm interpreting that right and it's watchers or I'm a feel dumb. Other thought? What did you leave Mumbo on Hermitcraft with totems, guys, when there is perfectly safe offline 4-day nap available? Like, I know he's an adult who can make choices, but also, totems ain't gonna be enough. Dear watchers, you're underestimating Sky's special brand of crazy avarice. He wants it all, not just watcher, not watcher. Why are they creeping on Jimmy so much? I can tell things are building up to the end, and I am on tenterhooks. I am excited and terrified to see what comes next. Edited. I just did some mental event tracking, and if my math is right, just you all are evil geniuses. And Sausage Denali's song is to blame for making me do that math. And us. You delight, you dismay, you ponder, your eye is hopping everywhere, watching all you can take in. But do you truly see all? You have no say on the vex, he seeks to uncover us. Whose mask will he demand next? We offer what we offer. Are you not drawn by the ranchers, the canary and the coal mine, a sweet duo that tastes of looming tragedy? We can change their fate, make sure they are together forevermore. You chatter, you ramble, but where are you? A decision must be made. Do more than watch. Please partake. We ask you now. Will you do more than watch and extend the offer? Yes, no. Ink Knight, sis. Love this, but here's my no. Oh gosh, leave them be. You already know from other possibilities that the others would revolt and get them back, no matter who you took. And if you touch Mambo, you know Zelko will come for your guts and remind you of your place. And us. You whisper, you shout, you strike the gavel. You mistake Grian for being more than what he is, a failed convert who turned his back. He closes his eyes to us. His mask has crumbled and his wings are the color of blood. Regardless though we bristle, we hear your decision. You have told us no. Crescendo of thoughts. This does not pass the vibe check. Keep your eyes off my sheriff, you watching freaks. And although what he did to Zed was super not cool, I'll fight tooth and nail for scars, so stop in the name of the law. So that's positive. Super hyped to see events unfold. Happy holidays. And us. You cease, you demand, you strike the gavel. You have no say on the sheriff and his rancher. They are listeners, ignorance could prove fatal. We do not want to take our death rattle. This is our chance. You have no say on the vex, he seeks to uncover us. Whose mask will he demand next? Regardless, we hear your decision. We ask for the baby bird. You have told us no. Ironsides. Oh, this is concerning and also exciting. Fascinating update. Will be turning this over in my mind. And us. You watch in a trance, as is your duty, as you have been molded and chosen to do, as is how you found joy. We cannot fault you for how you have chosen your watch. However, we implore, you could be so much more. Ponder well, but do not ponder long. The baby bird's soulmates are on a clock. Tick-tock, tick-tock. We ask you now, will you do more than watch and extend the offer? Yes, no. Ironsides. You know what? I'll vote yes. We need some conflict. I don't know if you're actually counting votes, but I will absolutely do more than a watch. I think it'll be very interesting to see what happens. And us. You step forward. You are not a vote. You are a volunteer. Brave when others take a step away. Yours will be the robe that is offered to the baby bird, and your wing is the one he will find shelter under. Today we hear you, and you have told us, yes. Panamat. No, he offers so much more. We should let him continue. And us. You strike the gavel, judgment rings. We hear your decision. You have told us no. Cat is tired. I was told to come here. No. And us. You strike the gavel as you so often do. Words are heavy when you watch. Judgment rings. We hear you. You have told us no. Rockslide. Well, that was creepy. I had to pause the music and read a couple times to actually understand, which, whoa. It seems that the watchers are looking for company, or am I missing a piece? Do they want one of them, or all of them? Mr. Goodtimes, Oscar. I cannot imagine him saying no to the offer, even if he were to be told the horror. He's a magic man. But regardless of whether it's a real possibility or not, I actually stopped to think about Scott being given the watcher opportunity. Mixing it up with MCC and the escape from video he has, he certainly would make a good watcher. And I'm all in for Pearl. I love Pearl. This is happening to her soulmate after her previous experiences with watchers would make her suffer. I've been going a little insane about her since the latest Mythical Sausage video, okay? It's funny but angst. It's funny because angst would make me suffer, but I'm so tempted. And us. You spin, you dance, you make a decision unexpected. Put your mask back on, look at the baby bird, watch him carefully. Our magic is there already, we would be remiss not to offer. Have you been watching the Ice Elf? Last life's last one standing. You see the same magic in him. We leave his soulmate as she left us. You have not voted, instead you have volunteered. Yours will be the robe offered to the elf, and your wing is the one he will find shelter under. Calm your nerves and find your pride. Be gentle when you make the offer, for his heart has been scarred by murder. We hear your decision, and you have told us, Scott. Aquafire. Here's the deal. I'm already a watcher and a listener. I would like to offer him a place, but I will not force him. Still believe in free will and not forcing people. In the end, it's up to him to decide. If he decides and regrets it, I do not want to be held accountable. My current answer is no, but it may change in the future. I would also like to know more before I solidify my answer. And us. You hesitate, you ponder, your eye is calculating. We hiss at the title. Do not claim the predator's name so easily. You forget, you forget, you forget. There is always a chance the baby bird might accept or reject, but there is always a choice. All you see around you, all we see around us, we all accepted the offer. We all chose to watch. Do you regret what you have watched? Do you regret not being part of this story? Your words are worth more than you think. Ponder well, but do not ponder long. The baby bird's soulmates are on a clock. Tick-tock, tick-tock. We ask you now, will you extend the offer? Yes, no. Aquafire. I will not be there when the hand is extended to him. The possible consequences outweigh the good that could come of this. I do say yes. Extend the hand to him, but I do not want to be present when this takes place. I do not want to suffer the consequences if something does not go to plan. I will continue to watch and listen. If at any point I see or hear something going awry, I shall push for this plan to be terminated. And us. You hesitate, you decline to take responsibility. You claim authority, but turn your watch away. Insults and accusations, denial of the hive, of the us, when this is our chance to save the baby bird from an unsavory fate. You do not strike the gavel, instead you speak, and the power of your voice changes what matters. Judgment rings, we hear your decision, and you have told us yes. Velia. You are right when you say that there is no need to say a word. We are watchers, creatures of stories, but their stories are not ours. It is because of that we should say no. But should is not the same as couldn't, and the baby bird has the potential as another once did. However, we must remember that potential only goes as far as the player wants it to go. Give the baby bird a choice, but if he says no, then we shall just continue to watch the story that is not ours. I have chosen yes. And us. You strike the gavel, judgment rings, the birds are on a clock. Tick-tock, tick-tock, the pest will soon be gone, but we can still yet cradle the baby bird he leaves behind. Keep to your word, step forward, offer your wing to this young one. Mentor him before this game is won. We hear your decision, and you have told us yes. Shadow Dex. You know what? I'm here for chaos and drama. This is my yes. Give the mustache man white dawn wings. Plus the ranchers forever seems like a pretty good idea. And us. You strike the gavel. Judgment rings. We hear your decision, and you have told us yes. Greenix. I'm going to say no solely because I really, really want Watcher Doc. I think he would handle the mantle best out of everyone, given his sturdier foundation. He would find some scary way to tear the world apart, and I would love to see that. And us. You mistake our intentions. You have not voted, you have volunteered. Caution is necessary when approaching Zedaf's bound. His skepticism may be his undoing. Ask inwards, would he be happy among us? Ask outwards, extend your hand. Offer your robe, offer your wings. Zedaf's soulmate will need guidance if he accepts. Ghosty. I think I agree with the one who wants Scott. Mumbo might crumble if we bring him in, while Scott would at least have the willpower to stand, be it for us or against us. And us. Another volunteer, wing by wing. Go with your fellow watcher, lie in wait for the moment, for us to bring you the elf. Welcome him warmly under your wing. We hear your decision, and you have told us Scott. Not Mike Wazowski. I have a bad feeling. I love your cryptic notes and chapters. This is excellent. The idea the Watchers are doing this to recruit players, it tickles my brain. I had an idea that asked Scar, but the others too. Woo! Also, Mumbo, sir, please watch out. I'm concerned. Excellent chapter as always. And us. You must understand, don't you see? There is so much more you could be. Participate, play along, weave your voice into the narrative, and ask the baby bird if you would like a life less concerned. Our recruitment is more of an offer and escape from the fate they are bound to. They are on borrowed time. Tick-tock, tick-tock. We ask you now, will you do more than watch and extend the offer? Yes, no. Not Mike Wazowski. Although the future he's bound to is worse, the baby bird would rather be in a hearse. He's bound to his peers, he shan't let them go, and so my answer to your query is no. And us. You strike the gavel, judgment rings, the vote is veering close, behind the curtains you have chose. We hear your decision, and you have told us no. Gladciel. I shall watch as my fellow watchers make their decisions, for I am not a watcher. I will not extend the offer myself. However, I will warmly welcome any new member to watch. The decision is not mine. If you want to give the baby bird a chance, do it yourself. And us. You watch as is your duty, as you have been molded to. We cannot deny your chosen joy. We hear your decision, and you have declined. Guest. You know what? I'm curious. Take a yes. And us. You strike the gavel. Judgment rings. We hear your decision, and you have told us yes. Solamaze. I don't know if you're still listening, but I wish to welcome all to watch, perhaps even offer a second chance. And us. The vote is still open. You strike the gavel. Judgment rings. We hear your decision, and you have told us yes. Checkmate. Oh dear. Oh, this is very bad. I've never seen the vote, and all that I know of the watches comes from Fanon, but I know enough to know that this is very bad. The results are in, the survey is split, audience reviews are mixed. If the spectators don't want to see a gladiator fight, does the ringmaster choose then to stop the show? I don't want to taunt and ask, but I do not extend that view to others. An audience attached is one that loves a good bit of hurt. Comfort is a dangerous obvious. With a tinge of guilt and fear, yes. And us. You strike the gavel, judgment rings, we hear your decision, and you have told us yes. Wind debris. Hi, I know the meta portion of these comments is long gone, but holy crap, I so enjoyed reading these. This community has such a talent for words. I'm content to watch for now, as we have since the first, as we will until the last, as we shall end while it unfolds. Those who listen over here are frantic scribes and writers, the watchers learn from oversight of similar circular worlds. And us. The vote is still open, we appreciate every voice who chimes. You are content to watch, as you have chosen to do, as you have been molded to do. We cannot deny what brings you joy, even as the vote is coming close. Tick-tock, tick-tock, no need to say a word. When they call, you'll come back, always watching. Wind debris. Before I watched, I played my joy in catalogues and tapes. Rewind, rewind, rewind. There I am, was, there he is, will be. A player enjoys a puzzle. An analyst enjoys a challenge. A writer enjoys a turn of phrase. A watcher knows every language. A player enjoys a puzzle. An analyst enjoys a challenge. A redstoner enjoys a new device. A watcher knows every mechanic. I'll not say a word, interference and static, but I'll extend a hand for the end of the show. I imagine he'd like to watch it. Yes. And us. You strike the gavel. Judgment rings. The vote is coming to a close soon. We hear your decision, and you have told us yes. Buggy Bee. I watch Teal here gleaming in the moonlight, here where the moon glistens down on him, his bonded laughs, her own past with us enough to darken his soul. I watch as the scared little kid, scarred in so many ways, grows into his own, commands, leads. I watch as his own magic swells with that of others, as he brings together dozens of people in unity of a game. I watch and I offer my hand to him. May his hatred of the Vex ring true. May he finally fight back against those who hurt him and see I have chosen Scott. And us. The hand has been extended. You welcome Amachoa to the fold. His mask fits well. He takes the robe and joins his new family. But our embrace is interrupted, taken before he can spread his wings. Buggy Bee. I laugh, welcoming the joyous one into our fold. I smile, his wings wrapped with vines. Flowers blooming in the presence of his husband. I turn, satisfied that he has found his way, that his fate will be guided by the one who hears, only to watch, as the one who loved him so. Wrapped him in our brace when we could not, danced with him, as yanks the flowers from his wing, snipped the blossom at the stem, his head lulled to the side, yanked the roots from the ground, his body left soulless. I do not scream in anguish, I do not cry in sorrow, I do not feel in loss, because I am a watcher, and I can do nothing but watch.